शीलं धम्मं याचामि अनुग्रहं शीलं गीतमे भन्ते
तुमचा आवाज मध्येना येत नाहीये.
सद्य आजीव
यमहं वदामि तं वदेतः। नमो तस् भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स। बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि। धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि। संघं शरणं गच्छामि। द्वितीयंपि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि। द्वितीयंपि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि। द्वितीयंपि संघं शरणं गच्छामि। तृतीयंपि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि। तृतीयंपि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि। तृतीयंपि संघं शरणं गच्छामि। शरणागमनं सम्पूर्णम्। पानातिपाता वेरमणि सिक्खापदं समादयामि। अदिन्नादाना वेरमणि सिक्खापदं समादयामि। कामेषु मिथ्याचारा वेरमणि सिक्खापदं समादयामि। Musavada Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Musavada Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Isuna Vacha Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Isuna Vacha Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Parusa Vacha Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Parusa Vacha Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Sampaphalapha Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Sampalapapha Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Michha Ajiva Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Miccha Ajiva Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Tisaranena Saddhin Ajivatmaka Silam Dhammang Sadhukang Surakkithang Katva Apamadena Sampadhe Tabbang.
Aham Bhante Sa
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Adda sankhamate mulang sankhappa kamajayasi. Nate sankhappa isami evam kama name isi. Sadhu. Dear devotees, subject to the discourse today, the above stanza, Adasang Kamate Mulang, desires, I have seen the starting point of view, Sankappa Kamajayasi. You are beginning when I'm thinking thoughts about you. Nate Sankappa Isami. I will not think on desires. Evan Kamaname say. In this way, the desire is going to be ceased. In the main appearance, this stanza seems to be so simple, but it's so deep. It has a very deep idea. That is, Adasan Kamate Mula, the beginning point of Kama, desires. Desires to the eye, the visuals, tastes, sounds, tangibles, and thoughts. Mainly for the five things. What are those? Visuals, sounds, tastes, smells, and tangibles. What is the cause of, what is the starting point of all those desires? Those are thoughts. Once we think about them, the desire will arise. If we not think on them, desires will not arise in our mind. That is the main meaning of that stanza. So, the devotees, our mind always strangled with the linguistic patterns as word, as me, as him, as her, as he or she or it, like that way. But our life is just a simple phenomena, that is the series of cognitions. Our life means a series of cognitions. This the we are getting some cognitions to the eye, to the ear, to the nose, the tongue, and the body. But any of these, because of these five kind of cognitions or six kind of cognitions, we feel there's a real world and a real I am. But we must understand the all mean those 12 things. What are the all? Eye, visual, ear, sounds, nose, smells, tongue, taste, then body and tangibles, nothing else. If we cognize something, we have to cognize just those, nothing else. So if you take this all as the theme of your life, each and everything becomes everything going to we can categorize on those 12 things. Our lives are covered with the aging, with the sicknesses and the death. We are feeling we are so permanent and the life is so enjoyable, but for the reality, that is not that much of that much of enjoyable, because we enjoy the life worldly as a preparation of thoughts. I'll tell you a small example. If someone blames you very badly, you feel some kind of stress or tension. Why? If some When someone blames you, you take that thing. There's a real man, and here I am, and he blamed me. He blames me, and it is so bad, and so on. The cause to suffering is the clinging of five clinging aggregates. If we cling those aggregates, we have to suffer. If we not, we don't have to suffer for anything. What are those? Body, sensations, perceptions, volitional activities or mental preparations, and cognitions or consciousness. When Lord Buddha explains the Sankhya Ditthi, I think you already know about the Sankhya Ditthi. That is the main thing how we went to the samsara. There are 20 kinds of Sankhya Ditthi, 20 kind of ideologies, wrong ideologies, how we tangled with the samsara. First five ideologies are: people are thinking the body is I am, body is my soul, and my soul is existing with my body. That is the second ideology. It's also a wrong idea. The third one, people are thinking my soul is inside of my body. It's also a wrong idea. And the fourth one, people are thinking my body is not my soul, but something else is my soul. That also a wrong ideology. Lord Buddha's main teaching is soullessness, selflessness. There's no soul at all. If we have a soul, we only can take as our soul only five things. If we have to take something as our soul or ourself, we have to take our body, or our sensations, or our perceptions, or our mental thinking patterns, or the cognitions, or the cognition, nothing else. But any one of those are not under our control. They are not permanent. They can cause to suffer. They can cause to stress. Something is yours. You must have an ability to control it, but you can't control those five aggregates. So that's why Lord Buddha explains those are not yours, not your soul or yourself, and it causes to suffer. In the same manner, not only the body, but also for the sensations also. People are thinking wrongly when we are feeling pleasant sensations or unpleasant sensations, or neither pleasant nor unpleasant sensations. Those sensations are I am. Those sensations are my soul. Oh, my soul or myself is with these sensations. Or some people are thinking my soul is inside of these sensations, and some others are thinking my sensations are not my soul, but something else is my soul. That also a wrong idea. The same manner, for the perceptions. Perceptions are my soul. My soul, myself is with perceptions. My soul or self inside of perceptions. Oh, perception is not my soul, but something else is my soul. Those all are wrong. And the others, mental preparations are I am, but it's also a wrong idea. And myself or my soul is inside of my thinking pattern, of my mental preparations. It's also a wrong idea. And some others are thinking my soul is inside of those mental preparations. It's also a wrong idea. And the other one, mental preparations are not my soul, but something else is my soul. It's also a wrong idea. The last category, the cognitions. You can cognize to the eye or the ear, the nose or tongue or the body or mind. People are thinking these cognitions are my soul. This cognition is I am. It's also a wrong idea. It is not here. And my soul is with these cognitions, and my soul inside of these cognitions. Or my cognitions are not I am, but something else is my soul. But those kind of, for all things, all mental preparations or ideologies are wrong ideologies, because body works as a cause and effect. What is the cause to the body? Usually we can tell because of the foods. Body is changing always. Because of the contact of eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body and mind, the sensations are arising and passing away. Once you can hear my sound, you can feel some kind of pleasant sensation. If I blame you, you can feel unpleasant sensation, because it depends on what you contact. Because sensations also not under your control. You can't control them. What you have to contact, you have to face with that sensation. The same manner for the perceptions, mental preparations, and cognitions. The cognitions also, what you have to see. What is existing, you have to hear. At least you can't expect. When my mother talking me lovely, please hear it to me. If my mother talk, talks me so badly, don't hear it to me. You can't expect like that, because The cognition is also not under your control, not your soul. Dear devotees, I tell you, the Dhamma means the Nibbana Gamini Patipada means the path to Nibbana is not a theory. It always experience. If somebody going in this path of Nibbana, each and every place, it must gives you a peace, in a happy, in a satisfaction, and so on. If something hurts your mind, if something make you stress or tension, that is not the real Dhamma. Dhamma always helps you to overcome from all the preparations. One day Lord Buddha has preached, Yankinche dukkhaṃ sambhuti sabbang sankhara pachaya sankharasa nirodhena nati dukkhasa sambhavu. If some kind of suffering or stress arises, that is the cause of because of mental preparations. If there's no more mental preparations, there's no more suffering or stress. Because each and every suffering or stress arise because of mental preparations. Mental preparations are such a Lord Buddha one time he explains mental preparations like a knife which is which is in our chest. It's so painful, but if we able to take it off, we can we can have a state of peace and happy. So I told you before, if someone in the path of Nibbana or the enlightenment, he must have to understand he can live only in this present moment. The future and the past means always a mental preparation. Past mean past means a mental preparation. What is arising in our mind in this very moment. The future also means a mental preparation which is arising in our mind as a mental preparation. Nothing else. So we must understand we only can live here and now. I'll tell you a small example from my life. 2 years before, someone asks me, Venerable Sir, I feel to become ordained. I need to attain the enlightenment. I need to attain the supreme bliss of the mind. But I have so many works to do for my family, and I'm still learning. I have to complete my degree. And if I stop those just now and if I become ordained, my parents' money will become useless. So what I can do, I always feel to attain the enlightenment, and I always feel to meditate. 2 years before, I advised him as it is okay. It's really that money become useless, so you firstly complete the degree and consider about it. But a near day, the same incidents was happened. Someone again asked me the same question. So now I replied him, if you really in the faith with the Lord Buddha, if you really feel the Lord Buddha tells the reality, and if you really faith on him, you you must do what he said. If we have faith on someone, we can trust him. There is no other option in the samsara, so we have to get rid of it. So if we have the real faith on Lord Buddha, we have to do something or get rid of the samsara. So the past also, if someone telling my parents' money become useless, my 10 years education becomes useless if I not complete the degree, that is just a thought what arises in his mind in this very moment. And if someone is thinking, I have to do so many works for my family and the others, it also just a thought what arises in his mind in this very moment, nowhere else. Because you must understand, you can't live in past at least 1 second past. And you must understand, you can't live in the future at least 1 second. Your life always here and now. Find a way to become happy in here and now. Find a way to make inner peace in this very moment, in here and now, nowhere else. But I tell you, the happiness which arises with the association of sounds, visuals, smells, tastes, and tangibles are preparated happinesses. Those happinesses arises as a thoughtful preparation of our mind. As an example, if you look at a beautiful woman or a handsome man, if you going to find a happiness with him or her, that always with the mental preparations. You are thinking, he's so handsome, she's so beautiful, and her neck like this, her eyes are like this, her nose is like this, and her lips are like this, and so on. You are preparing some thoughts, you are preparing some perceptions again and again, and you are making pleasant sensations in your mind as thoughts. So you must understand the all kind of, because of that preparated desires, those are not permanent. Those are always unsatisfied. You can't satisfy them anywhere. You can't satisfy them anyway. As a small example, some days you might feel to go for a lunch or a dinner to a Pizza Hut or a good restaurant. Until you are going to that restaurant or the Pizza Hut, you are feeling the enjoying of pizza will be so happy, so good, and so fascinating. But while you are eating it, within small time, that happiness, that idea, that confusion, and that curiosity will disappear. Sometimes you may feel, oh, what a waste of the time. The past also, Another example. Sometimes you had felt to buy a new phone. Once you are once you are feeling to buy a new phone, you felt that phone will be like this, and it is so nice. It will be like this and that, and so on. You have a huge curiosity. But after you gain that curiosity and satisfaction, all the things will become unsatisfied. In the same manner, the happiness, like a mystery, like a mirage, in the hot times, while you driving or walking on a street, you can see mirage. You can see some water in the road. It's a mirage. You are going again and again, the water again disappears, and it may appear in another place. That is the reality. In the same manner, the desire is also like this. You feel to gain this. Once you gain this, it disappears and it becomes another desire arise in another place. Now you're all around 50 years old. With the beginning of the life, you're going to satisfy your visuals, sounds, nose, tongue, and the body, the mind. But until now, you're not succeed because we can't satisfy those five desires. Those always cause us for tension, for mental stress and mental fatigue. That is the reality. So we must understand this reality, and we have to understand what I have to do is relinquish all the desires is the best option. And when we talk about the faith, there are two kind of faith. One is amulika saddha, second one is akharavati saddha, or the noble saddha. Amulika saddha means the wrong faithfulness. Some people has come to have come to the faith. Lord Lord Buddha is so nice man. He's so noble. He's so good, and we have to offer him. We have to worship him, and his disciples are so good, so decent, and so on. But it is a wrong saddha, wrong faithfulness. There's a merit if we become faith like this. It's okay, it's right, but it's not the correct, it's not the noble faithfulness. The faithfulness must come inside of our mind. If we get a thought on Lord Buddha, if we recall the Lord Buddha, the noble man incite it as it also just a thought what arises in my mind, nothing else. Lord Buddha has said, so Dhammam pasati, yo Dhammam pasati, so Mam pasati. If someone understands the Dhamma, he have seen me. If you really need to see the Lord Buddha, you have to see the Dhamma. Dhamma means the reality. Dhamma means the stilling of all preparations of the mind, sabba sankhara samato. Then Dhamma is the relinquishment of all mental assets, sabbhupati patinissati. Dhamma is the destruction of craving, tanha kriyo. Dhamma is the detachment, the cessation of world programming, and the nibbana, the extinguishing. So we have to understand this reality and we have to face to our life. Again and again, I'm emphasizing real meditator has no any idea about the past, has no any idea about the future. The seal also, the morality also for the mental purification, for nothing else. If someone regret for his past demerits or the wrong things, he is not a real meditator. For the real meditator, past means just an illusion, nothing else. And if you have any kind of idea about the future, it also just an illusion, nothing else. Always try to be in here and now, because that is where you only can live. Nowhere else you can live. Your main focus must be to become happy, become peaceful in this very moment. So you have to meditate for this. Lord Buddha has explained, when if we need to meditate correctly, we have to meditate Viveka Nisita, Viraga Nisita, Nirodha Nisita, Vasaga Parinami. That means you have to meditate just for give the mental interval for your mind, mental relaxation, or just for the mental relaxation, and just for the detachment of all kind of lust and desires, and meditate just for deprogram from the world. If you cling to some kind of thought or some kind of ideas, that means you're in the programming of the world. Deprogram means always take your attention to here and now. Deprogram means if I explain it thoroughly, now you can hear my sound, but you are feeling the Bhante is speaking, I'm listening. Always we are feeling a duality as world and me. But your experience has started with your cognition, with the cognition of yours of the ear. After that cognition, that mind knowing the duality has appeared. After that cognition, the mind knowing ear and mind knowing sound was divided inside of your mind. So if we really become an observer of your body and your mind, you just have to aware it. You just have a series of cognitions. The real meditator do not regret, do not expect, just become aware to present moment. In the Satipatthana Sutta, Lord Buddha has explained in the Dhammanupassana that meditator, when he feels lust, he just understands, I'm feeling lust. When he feels some kind of desires, he just understands, I'm feeling desires, that kind of desire. Once when you understand it without judging or without controlling, that idea going to disappear. Don't interconnect with those ideas and thoughts because they are always supposed to suffer and tension and the mental fatigue. Again and again, I emphasize make this moment much happier. Make this moment much familiar with all of make this moment to give relaxation to your mind because this passing your life is passing now. You have to give a great value to your life and the existence unless you will regret why I'm going to die but I have not lived my life correctly. So dear devotees, always try to still your mind, always try to make happy, make inner peace inside of your mind. But how? By staying in this very moment without going to the present or the past or the future and understand every experience starting with a cognition. If you totally aware to this very moment, you can feel a series of cognitions. You feel some kind of sounds. Next second, you can feel some kind of wind is come to your body. Next second, you can feel some kind of thought. Next second, you can feel the tangible of your chair, and again a sound, and etc. If you really in with our experiences, we have no time to mental preparations. If we have not any time to mental preparations, that means there is no suffering, no tension. Because why? Yankinchi dukkang sambhuti sabbang sankhara pachaya. If some kind of suffering or tension arises, that all because of the mental preparation. If there's no mental preparations, there's no suffering at all. If someone understands this correctly, then he has to practice this and he has to make his mind again and again in this practice, which is living beyond the suffering. Once we are going to cease this desires and craving again and again, Lord Buddha has given a time period within at least 7 days and below than 7 years, anyone can attain the arahantship, the total enlightenment, or the anyone can become a non-returner as an anagami person. So we just have Lord Buddha has given a very correct time period, with just 7 years. If you are practicing to destruct the craving again and again, destruct the mental preparations, one day you will able to face the craving and desires going to be totally finished, totally vanished. So that day, until that, you have to practice your own practices to still your mind, to relinquish all mental assets and destruct the craving. So for that is what we need meditation. Meditations are giving chance to stay in present moment and make our mind free with all the mental preparations and etc. And I must emphasize again, at least the morality also just for the mental concentration. If morality causes you to mental stress or tension, don't take it so hard. You always try to become moral and protect the sealer in present moment. Don't take any kind of tension because of the past, because it is totally vanished. Nothing remains. So each and every time, your main focus must be to give the relaxation to your mind, give the stillness to your mind, make your mind more happy and peaceful. So I wish you all to attain the enlightenment in this Buddha Sasana, and by increasing your effort more and more. And I bless you all. You may all become happy, healthy, and have a peaceful long life with the blessings of Noble Triple Gems. Sadhu, sadhu. If someone have any question, you can ask them. Anyone have questions? Have anyone? Okay. We can transfer the merits to all the gods and our late relatives. Chant with me. Make your mind so happy today morning. We listen to the Dhamma. In my side, I preach the Dhamma. It's all merits. This time period was without desires, without lust, without hatred, without mental fatigue, without the delusion. So this moment was a great merit. So we are transferring all the merits to all beings. If someone needs any merits, you all you all can transfer. You all can take those merits, wish like this, and we can transfer the merits. Ettavata chammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ettavata chammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ettavata chammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe satthanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Akasattha ca bhummattha deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu sambuddha sasanang. Akasattha ca bhummattha deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu sambuddha desanang. Akasattha ca bhummattha deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu sambuddha savakang chirang rakkhantu mang paranti. We can transfer the merits to our late relatives. If someone is in a bad place, you all can take those merits, what we are sharing now. Idang me ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Idang me ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Idang me ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. And we can do our wish. Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo. Satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya. Idang me punya kamman asavakkaya vaham hotu sabba dukkha pamudhyatu. Sadhu, sadhu. Okay.
Thank you, Bante.
Is there any questions?
कुणाला काही प्रश्न आहेत का?
Okay. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
Michael James bless you all.